Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm stewiejp, you're not, and this is a threesome. Oh, I just dribbled everywhere. This is a threesome video featuring the Object 907, the Tier 10. Sort of premium Russian medium tank. It's a Clan Wars reward tank, and like a premium tank, you can put any other Russian premium crew into the tank. And every now and then, Clan Wars campaigns happen. And this is one of the rewards you can get. And of course the Flying Elite, who's no stranger to this channel, he's picked one up and he's sent me 3 replays, or he features in 3 replays in this threesome of Tier 10 Russian medium tank action, all featuring the Object 907. Now the Object 907 has APCR as standard rounds, 320 hit points of damage, 264 penetration, 330 penetration for the heat rounds, which are the premium ammunition. Now the Flying Elite from Pyro is platooned up with his old mate OutCom from Hodor clan. OutCom's got one of these tanks as well as OutCom and the Flying Elite, working together really well here to try and clear out the western side of Cliff and get rid of some of these tanks. AMX M449 premium French tank, but now at the moment they're looking at the Centurion Action X. That AMX not brave enough to poke around. You'd like to hope that the T28 and the Object 263 and the Scorpion G would have him covered if he does poke around a little, even though it's got a decent amount of armour. The French premium tank, the AMX M449 Liberté tank, you'd think it'd be absolutely crazy to poke around. So the Flying Elite not really worried too much about the French. The heavy tank to his right, just looking at trying to get some damage in to the enemy tanks that are in the centre. The Object 430 in the middle of the map, providing some vision for whatever might go to the centre of the map, which doesn't look like too much is going there, as the Flying Elite looks to get a little bit of sniping damage into that T54 camping at the back. The E50 starting to poke his head around the eastern central side of the map, but looking at the mini-map, looks like the majority of the enemy heavy tanks have pushed their eastern flank right around that corner, and it looks like they're being slowed down by just 3 tanks, a Defender, a Mouse, and something else. Not sure what the other tank is. Maybe it's only 2 tanks there. A little bit hard to see on the mini-map. As we have a look to the western flank, there's a Mouse there doing exactly the same thing. The Mouse on the enemy team keeping the Flying Elite's team held up on that corner around about F2. So the Flying Elite trying to get a little bit cheeky here, trying to get around, trying to flank that Mouse. That Mouse has got extremely hard armour, extremely strong armour frontally, as he picks up his first kill of the game, getting rid of the heavily armoured medium tank, the E50. Couple of enemy medium tanks sniping from the back, and that's probably because they're down 4-1, the enemy side, I mean, as the Flying Elite looks to do some damage to the Tier 9 Chinese heavy tank, the WZ111, 1-4. 4-1 the score now. I did say there's going to be 3 replays here. He bounces it on low health, but OutCom picks up the kill, doing exactly the right thing and getting rid of a heavy tank out of the game with the score on 7-1. They've got a kill each, and of course they're sitting together, working together, and just cleaning up these enemy tanks. The FCM 50 ton is going to be no match for 2 Object 907s, as the Flying Elite puts some pain into the French premium tank. And now clearly also looking at the Scorpion. Flying Elite picks up his 2nd kill, and that little artillery will be looking nervous. Picks up his 3rd kill, 2 kills in 2 shots on Cliff, and his team have worked really well together, finishing off those tanks that are on the western corner with those tank destroyers, the M48 pattern, and of course these 2 Object 907s. The Clan Wars reward tank, generally when this tank is one of the prizes up for grabs on a Clan Wars campaign, the consensus generally is to get it, because it's a pretty groovy tank. It's not too slow. Looks a little bit like the Object 430 to me, but it's a pretty handy looking tank, a Tier 10 Russian Clan Wars reward tank. 11-1's the score, so it's just a case of seeing who can farm the most damage towards the end of what's left on the enemy team. Flying Elite goes for the kill, getting rid of the Lorraine 40T, the Rebirth French What's it called? A medium tank. Auto-loading medium tank. Is that E100 going for the cliff dive? It looks like he might be. Flying Elite happy just to let the E100 go down there. Oh, he's not trying to kill himself. But look at this. There you go. That's how you do it. Oh, that was fantastic. That's how you do it. 4 kills in the end for the Flying Elite. And OutCom not having a bad game. Only a first class, but what an ending in that battle on Cliff. A first class mastery badge, a bruiser, a fighter, a fire for effect. The brothers in arms, of course, for doing 3 kills each, and the Confederate for the Flying Elite from Pyro Clan. Having a look at the second page, very, very good teamwork. The Flying Elite from Pyro and OutCom from Hodor. Their 907s, 4,500 damage to the Flying Elite, 4106 to OutCom. 4 kills, OutCom. 4 kills apiece, 27 shots fired, 23 hit, 16 did damage, 22 shots fired from OutCom, 19 hit, 15 did damage in there. Not too bad at all. Did cost a few credits, probably because of the premium consumables, I guess, looking at it. If it cost him 20,000, didn't really lose a few credits. He made 158. That's nice round figures. But anyway, not a bad replay at all on Cliff, featuring the Flying Elite and OutCom. These two clearly have been platooning together, and OutCom was kind enough to send me this replay on Winterberg, not Ruinberg, Winterberg. And again, they're in their Object 907s. That's what this threesome is all about. The 3 battles in one video, featuring the Russian Clan Wars reward tank, the Object 907. It's a pretty groovy looking tank too. It looks like it's got a bit of a lower profile than some of the other tier 10 Russian medium tanks. Zooming in and out just to try and give me a headache on this Tuesday morning, and OutCom going straight to where the medium tanks normally do their business on Winterberg, to the eastern village, if you like, where the little buildings are. They've even got matching camouflage. That's very, very cute indeed. Just looking for some cheap shots at the start of the game, just trying to look into the town, see what might present itself. Tracked IS-7 would have been a nice juicy target, but the shot just goes a little bit wide. I know what you're thinking. He hasn't landed a shot yet, but I assure you it'll be a pretty entertaining game as he puts a bullet into the head of the, was it a Leopard 1? I thought it was a Centurion Action X. No, it's a Leopard 1. Nothing on my eyesight. Looking at the Skoda, but the T-25 Pilot 1 steals the kill. Auto aims at the T-54 E1, the auto-loading Tier 9 American medium tank. Just picks up the kill, and that's his first kill. 3-1's the score. The OutCom and the Flying Elite from Hodor and Pyro. Hoping that Leopard reverses just a little bit. Is he going to? No, he's going to have to attack him himself. Gets a shot into the side of the Tier 10 German medium tank, and looking at that M4A1 Reveloir. But there's the Batchat artillery. Gets a shot into the Tier 9 SPG. No one's picked up the kill, so OutCom says thank you. I'll pick up the kill on that one. That's his second kill. 6-2 is the score as he bullies the French premium medium tank, the one with no armour. And there's kill number 3 for OutCom from Hodor Clan. Looking at the FV4 202. Seems to be premium tanks everywhere in this game. At FV4 202, he can easily bully that tank with his superior Tier 10 armour and rate of fire. Even get a bit of ram damage into the British premium medium tank, and that's what he gets for sitting at the back. He probably should have been in the middle at FV304, but with the score on 10-3, you can't blame him for not being at the front of the battle. OutCom loses his loader, fixes him before taking out the Tiger 2, which is kill number 4 on Winterberg. Looks like the Flying Elite is making a beeline for that grill. Just auto aims and misses the shot into the German tank destroyer. He wants some more damage. He's got 3,240 3,600 now. Sets him on fire. And the Flying Elite steals the kill. Doesn't let his teammate pick up the kill. Opts to send the German tank destroyer back to his maker. Shoots and tracks the mouse. It's just the mouse and a T-34 left. The rear of the T-44 is looking like a better target for OutCom. That's 5 kills. And wants to stay away from the gun of that big mouse. And side shots, side and rear shots into the German heavy tank. That'll do it all day long. As the artillery picks up the last kill, robbing OutCom of a top gun. But have a look at that damage, 4,757 is not a bad result at all, as we have a very quick look at the post-game battle results. OutCom and the Flying Elite having a bit of an awesome platoon here. Yet another brothers in arms. Fire for effect, fighter, duelist, bruiser, spotter for doing all that assisted damage, and of course the ace tanker. That assisted damage would greatly help the score to get the assisted damage, 4,757 hit points of damage, 5 kills, 1,305 base experience, and the Flying Elite not doing too badly at all, 4,653 with his 3 kills. 27 shots fired, 20 hit, 17 did damage. A few of the shots were fired a little bit clutch, but that was alright. 2,818 assisted damage. I reckon that's what got him over the line for the ace tanker in the Object 907, and a tidy little profit there, 34,500 credits after tax in the Object 907. As we move on to the third and final replay, featuring this dynamic duo of the Flying Elite from Pyro and OutCom from Hodor, again in their Object 907's Clan Wars reward tanks. Looks like I'm out of coffee. This time they're on steps. And the two Object 907s going exactly where the mediums normally go, on steps along the eastern flank. Look at the enemy lineup, 2 AMX 50B, so they'd probably need to be respectful of those autoloaders. They'll be nice juicy targets if they can find them, but between the two of them they could comfortably wipe out at least one of these medium tanks. And they're not stuffing around, they're going straight down the guts of the eastern flank. Flying Elite sticking to the ridge. What do you call it? The bendy bit. As a look at the Object 907, nearly puts a shot into the AMX. It was just in the way. Gets a shot into the Object 140. One more shot will do it. The E50 does the job. As the Flying Elite just dodges the shot from that Leopard. And they're not holding back here, these medium tanks. Moving forward and getting around these enemy medium tanks and tank destroyers. He did cop a shot from the STRV 103B, the new Swedish Tier 10 tank destroyer, Flying Elite, keeping these tanks lit. They do have an artillery. It's the heavy-hitting T92 HMC, the American artillery piece. Flying Elite showing a bit of restraint here. Doesn't want to go straight over the top into all those guns, even though not many are aimed at him. He knows that grill and the STRV most certainly are aiming his way. So showing a bit of restraint here, just keeping these tanks lit and waiting for an opportunity, waiting for the angle to be right into these tanks. Of course, Russian tanks not known for their gun depression, so you know, for him to get decent shots, he'd probably have to be right over. As he puts a nice juicy shot into the Leopard 1, takes the Leopard 1 down to 553 hit points. Now he's a one shot, so the Flying Elite says thank you very much. I'll take my first kill with that shot, and of course that makes the score a nice tidy lead. And it's time to charge. The T30 picks up his second kill, and they're not holding back, these blokes on steps. They're charging. It's going to be death or glory, straight into where these enemy tanks are, straight over the ridge. Flying Elite puts a shot into the SDRV, cops a bit of damage though from the Swedish tank destroyer. Bounces that one, looks like his platoon mate might have damaged him. Flying Elite looking for the kill, he picks it up. 3 kills, 7-4's the score, 1,829 hit points of damage for the Flying Elite with his 3 kills. And I think it might be time to go back and help this Leopard PTA reset the cap. 7-4 the score. Only 15 seconds left on the clock for the enemy team to cap it out. There's 3 of them on the cap circle, and that's where the damage is. He'll be praying that someone resets it. 5, 4, 3. No, finally gets with 3 seconds left on the clock. Someone picked up a reset. We've all been in games where we've been winning by a comfortable margin, like this one, 8-3. You'd say it's comfortable, but you wouldn't say it's in the bag. One of those tank destroyers that can certainly do some damage to the Flying Elite and his teammates. With those big guns, the Type 5, slowly rolling back towards the cap. Now with vision on the cap, you'd think that'd be okay. The Flying Elite's 6th sense goes off, so he knows he's been spotted. Someone's just put a shell into the Jag Panzer E100, resetting the cap, but now all of a sudden it's 8 apiece. That lead that they had, not sure what happened with all those tanks, but they got absolutely cleaned up by the Object 268, the AMX-30B, the Grill, and of course enemy artillery. Flying Elite finally picks up his 4th kill. 9-8's the score now. The Flying Elite so far has got half the kills. Like that. Now he's got half the kills again. With the score on 10-8, Flying Elite's got 5 kills, 2,659 damage. He wants to make sure he doesn't get hit from that direction again. I think that was the Jag Panzer. It wasn't the Jag Panzer, I think it was the AMX-30B. 30B. Oh, so they never had 2 AMX-50Bs at all at the start. Well, it is early when I'm recording this one, so I'm bound to make a few mistakes. 10-8 the score now. 2,658 hit points of damage as the Flying Elite looking at picking up his top gun by killing this Jag Panzer E100, but the frontal armour of the German tank destroyer proving to be just a little bit too strong, so the Type 5 derps it out of the game. And now it's a case of looking for the last 4 tanks. 1 artillery, 2 tank destroyers, and the AMX-30B. There goes the artillery. So we know artillery's just fired, so the Flying Elite knows he's probably safe for the next 30 odd seconds. Not sure exactly what the reload time is on the T92, but you'd imagine it'd be at least 30 seconds. Flying Elite aiming at where the Grill 15 was last seen. That heavy hitting German tank destroyer. Of course, unlike the Jag Panzer, it doesn't have the armour, but it's a lot more mobile than the big elephant of the Jag Panzer E100. The Grill picked up the kill on the Type 5. 11-9 the score now. They're up by 2 tanks, but it's not over yet. Look at where the tanks are on the Flying Elite side. Everyone's spread out all over the place, which if the enemy team work well together, then they will maybe take them out one at a time. Flying Elite picks up his top gun, taking out the Grill 15, the Tier 10 German tank destroyer. 12-10. These two need to stay alive. If these two die, they're going to lose. That would be my prediction in this game. OutCom puts a bit of damage into the Object 268. Flying Elite doing the right thing, keeping him lit. You would hope that he would be reasonably safe from artillery where he is. He's requesting fire. He wants the artillery to shoot the Object 268. He's taken down to 810 health there. There's a bit of assisted damage there for the Flying Elite. And his Object 907, 810 is a much more manageable amount of hit points. But the Flying Elite's only on 467. So he needs to be careful. Bounces a shot from the French medium tank. The turret armour on these Object 907s are fantastic. I've had a few people send me some replays. I think that shot hit the rock. He bounces a shot from the 268, and I think he might see a bit of circle jerking here. Gets to the side of the Russian tank destroyer and picks up his 7th kill. 13-10 the score now. 3,500 damage done. 1140 damage block. 708 assisted damage as they try to round up this French medium tank. He took a big shot from the Grill, and the STRV 103B picks up the kill. 7 kills for the Flying Elite. Just a scumbag artillery left, and there he is hiding behind a rock like a little coward that he is. Now, of course, this is from patch 9.17, not 1.8, so there are no changes to artillery, and a shot in the back of the head into the big American artillery piece confirms not only a top gun, but a Radley Walters for the Flying Elite. A high top gun, Radley Walters, fire for effect, and an Ace Tanker Mastery badge. He had an absolute ripper A bit less damage than the last game, 3,667, but 8 kills, a little bit of spotting damage, and a decent amount blocked as well. Cost him some credits because there was some heat rounds in that game. I didn't sort of talk about it when it happened, but when you're up against more heavily armoured tanks, and looking like that game was nearly lost at one stage early on when the enemy team had that massive comeback. But anyway, thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this threesome of the Object 907, the Tier 10 Russian Clan Wars medium tank. Thanks for watching. Take care, and see you all next time.